you must remember this as a guide, as a general guide. Whatever practice that you apply, it should make you feel light and joyous. Okay? It should lift you. Because samadhi mind, the samadhi mind has to have lightness and joy. Samadhi mind, right? Samadhi mind is not heavy. So if you sit and you find that the mind is tight, it's very rigid, a bit pictic, you're not experiencing samadhi. Samadhi must have joy and lightness. Every single sutta where the Buddha commented on samadhi, he will talk about pasadi, patmoja, piti, sukha. Pamoja, joy, lightness. Pasadi, calm, peace, tranquility. Piti, rapture. Sukha, happiness. Every single sutta will have all these words. What does it tell you about samadhi? Samadhi must have joy. Must have joy, lightness, a sense of calm, peace, beautiful, the sense of beautiful. And if you were to encounter meditators, they proclaim, what's he meditated, that kind one, but you notice that they are happy and they are quite cheerful, quite chun, they are okay, okay? But if they notice they all sour prune, sengkang, kiam kio, all rough, then hot, spice, a bit off leh. None of the sutta talks like that, you see, okay? And this is not a critique, it's just telling you, be careful, watch out for yourself. If you find that you are happier and lighter, and in the course of the practice, you feel joyous, you feel fulfilled, meaningful. Don't worry, on track, okay? Don't worry about that. You scared, you text me, I say, 很好, okay? Ho, okay? Don't worry, if you are cheerful and you're light-hearted, meaning you are cheerful and light-hearted. But if you find that you're getting more and more pictic, more and more agitated, your mind state becomes more and more rigid, brittle, hard, something is off. Buddha Dhamma, then some people may say that the Dhamma you walk already must be dukkha. No, you see and understand dukkha, not you become more dukkha. You understand, when you're understanding something doesn't mean you become more. Okay? So you must know the difference. I mean, you look at so many of this sangha that we see, right? So joyous. Ajahn cannot stop laughing one. Right? Jesaro, you see, so soft. Patiji, so soft. I tell you, personal experience. This one, never mind lah. He's such a lovely story. I met him way back, 1996, 97, thereabout. I cannot remember exactly what year. We went to his center at West Virginia. I got his permission to come stay there for a week. My friend and I, we went. We touched on the day he wasn't there. Then they all told us, don't worry, he'll be back tomorrow morning. Then we, okay, right? So happy. Then we saw him next day. We and a few others, we went to prepare breakfast. I can't cook for nuts. We all have to prepare breakfast. And when we stood on the side waiting for Bante to come and pick and get the breakfast, from across the hall, and the hall is big like this, across the hall, he saw us, he smiled. Welcome, you made it here. I could feel the punch of the metta. That's the power of the mind. From across, I started tearing. It's from across the hall, you feel his metta. Now that's a practitioner. Oh, the goosebumps, suddenly got pity all over. That's a practitioner. of the first order. I remember meeting, I don't remember, I will never learn under this monk. It's a Burmese monk. He has passed on. I don't know if it's passed on or passed, okay? But I remember his metta. His name was Theodore U Kondania. Most you all would know him because he passed on a long time ago. I met him when he was a young practitioner, right? Saw him first time. Oh my gosh, soft. The metta is soft like cotton wool. You know what I mean? The mind is so soft. Now that's a practitioner. Okay? It must be like that. Anything hard like cardboard, we say, us, that's us. Not them. Just us. Then we learn. I don't learn from you if you're like me, right? I learn from you for what? Oh, like this lah, okay? So you, in your practice, if you're on track, you will feel better and better. You feel light and joyous. Okay? Okay, everyone? Okay. All right. We're doing the mind. Tonight, we are only doing one. Citta Anupassana. Citta, not consciousness, mind. This is the mind. And this mind is the regular mind. The regular, our experience of our mind at any one moment. Okay? It's our experience of the mind. So now I want you all to look at your mind. Just look at it, just observe it. Mindfulness, observe it. Wholesome or unwholesome? Light or heavy? Joyous or not? Sure or not? Hey, so you all know the mind already. Close shop, go home. Hey, it's actually just like that. Okay? Sister, then like that, why you don't just finish to the end, right? And then we can have something else tonight. I'll show you why. Okay? Now we're going to explain a little bit. First and foremost, it's not difficult. Okay? But there are a couple of things I want to stress. So you now know how to recognize what's there. And the mind, no detail. You are interested only in kusala, akusala, joyous or not. It's no detail. Just a general ambience. Okay? So how does a bhikkhu abide, contemplate mind? So how does, with regards to the mind, how does a bhikkhu contemplate the mind? Bhikkhu knows. Again, the word here, knows. Like earlier on, you knew. You can identify. Knows mind that has lust. Raga, passion. Lust. Sa is to have. Saragas. Saraga. Ragam. So when the mind has desire, strong desire, you know. When the mind doesn't have desire, vita raga, don't have, you also know. When the mind has dosa, you see sadosa, it's dosa, right? Dosa, you know. So sa means have, vita means don't have. Mind unaffected by dosa, vita dosa, you know. A mind affected by moha, samoha, you know. The mind unaffected by moha, you also know. We stop here first. You must learn to recognize the base mental state, the obvious in your face mental state. At any one time, if I ask you, wholesome, unwholesome, you must know. Wholesome, unwholesome, in what way? You must know. Which is the predominant mental state there, wholesome or unwholesome, you should know. That's the first stage of your practice. This is baseline. To observe the mind, this is baseline. Wholesome or unwholesome. So with lust, without lust. With anger, ill will, dosa, without ill will, or anger, dosa. With delusion, i.e. confusion, wrong view. Okay? When we say moha, it's a big word, it's a generic word for having wrong view. But the wrong view is so encapsulate your mind, you can't tell. It's there. And we all have this. As long as our mind gives in to akusala, at that point, it for sure is overwhelmed by moha. So usually people can catch loba dosa, or in this case, raga. Raga is strong loba, very strong. Okay? So people can tell, but they usually cannot tell moha. Because moha a bit more, the flavor not strong. But loba dosa flavor is strong. Then you say cannot tell, doesn't matter. You have loba, you have dosa, you have moha. Okay? The three dishes come together. Loba, dosa, moha. The three dishes come together. No prawn, prawnless. Okay. Sakitang, contracted, tight, heavy. Okay? And usually it means sloth and torpor. Distracted, blah, 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 all over the place. Wikitang, restless and worried. It's basically udacha kukucha, and the other one is sloth and torpor. Tina midda. It's a Pali word. You all don't have to learn the Pali, but people can show off a bit. Tina midda, udacha kukucha. Don't you love Pali words? It's so beautiful. Okay, this segment deals with our regular mind. The regular mind with its problems, issues. Okay? So that's why loba dosa moha, without loba dosa moha. So the practice is not just to recognize when you have loba dosa moha, it's to also know when it's not there. Why? Because sometimes in your mundane world, you have to ask yourself, are you angry that you must respond to something? You say, actually, no, there isn't anger. But you just feel it needs to be done, and you do it. So at that point, when you are doing it, you know for yourself, at that point, no dosa, vitta dosa. Okay? So this is regular life. Now, next. Mahagatang, great, exalted. He knows the exalted mind. Again, because this is brown text, the translation was done by Analeyo. Okay? I put in the Pali word, the purple text, because in the course of my preparing for this retreat, I did quite a bit of research on especially these mind states. And generally, they talk about Mahāgata as the mind for Brahma Vihara practice. So exalted mind. And if your mind is not in the state where you are experiencing Brahma Vihara, it's more narrowly focused on you, Lord. Exalted means it's indiscriminate, it's open for everyone. Indiscriminate. So I want you all to feel metta now. The one without the self. No self-conscious, a smile coming from the heart. Hey, you one day of practice, sure, easy one. Metta very easy, right? Smile. Hello. Smile, right? Lightness, joy. Look. Buddha, smile. Their version, go. Okay, copy until you make it. Can you feel how the heart opens up? So that's metta, opens up. Then you're a bit selfish, then the mind starts to contract. You know, it becomes narrower, smaller. Okay. The next word, surpass. The Pali word is sa-uttaram. Sa-uttaram. Uttara is high. Sa-uttara. So that's why high state. Actually, salah should be unsurpassable. It should be surpassed. Basically, uttara is high. So sa-uttara, very high. Okay, very high. So surpass. Okay, so I bring in the Pali word here because the Angmo word got a problem, right? Surpass means what? So uttara, just know is high, okay? And these are the mental states that are essential for jhana, the jhanic factors. A mind that is focused, so concentrated samahita, focus. And the mind that is not focused, the mind that is liberated, and the mind that's not liberated. These mental states are meditation mental states. If your samadhi is still practicing, the samadhi is kind of settled and not so steady, you may not be familiar with these mental states. Okay? No need to worry so much because in regular life, not likely that you'll be encountering these minds. That's why I split it into 2 pages. This one for the mind that we're familiar with, these the meditative states of mind. Okay? I repeat, these mental states are what we are familiar with. And these mental states goes into deep meditation, samadhi. The one that perhaps you may have some familiarity with are the Brahma Vihara mental states. The others are really for jhana. So must know the liberated mind, the mind that feels free and light and joyous. Okay, now, that's it. Now I must explain, okay? Tell me, this, so let's revise. The body, the first one is body, right? Mindfulness, able to observe the body in real time. The second one is observe no feelings, vedana, sensations. I'm careful using the word feeling because in English, feelings also means emotion. But we are not interested in emotion. We want the basically good. Do you feel good or do you feel bad, lousy? Do you feel pleasant or do you feel unpleasant or you feel neutral? Okay? Only that version. That's Vedana. This one? Mind. What's so special about this? Unwholesome. What's the test here? Do you know? Is it obvious to you? What are we training the mind to recognize? Actually, this is my view. You will not find this anywhere. I'm offering this as a view, sharing it with you. I believe this is accurate. But if you have disagreement, I'm okay. I'm offering to you, but it's from my own distillation and observation. I believe that what they're doing here, what the Buddha wants you to train here, is recognition. Make sense? Recognizing what, because we're always talking about kusala, akusala. I believe what he's doing is training us for sanya, to power up, to sharpen sanya, perception. Because in this practice, you must be clear at all time what is going on in your mind. So in this practice, you need to know in real time what's there, what mental state is there, what is the condition there, what is the craving there, craving what object there. The one aggregate that performs this job of recognizing, concluding, ascertaining, that mental state is sanya. The aggregate is sanya. So, because all five of them, each one have a role. Okay? Kaya, you know. Rupa, you know, form. Vedana, you know. Alright, we're all expert in Vedana. Sanya, we call it perception. So you think you know. But when I said, so you can identify it, not sure. Right? There's this uncertainty. What is it? Shankara, you know? Volitional thought formation is construction. Shankara essentially is construction or formation, coming together. Okay? And Shankara, typically, people can say, oh, narrative thinking, Shankara. So that one, more straightforward. Vijnana, consciousness. You know, when you're aware, right? You are here, you know there is a awareness. Conscious means you are aware at that point. But consciousness is not separate from Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara. There is no consciousness separate from the other aggregates. There's no separate consciousness. There's no consciousness separate from the other aggregates. Because you see, oh, awareness is consciousness. Then you aware. How do you know you're aware? How? How do you know you're aware? Sanya. How do you know you're aware? Sanya. How do you know you're aware? Vedana. Then you say, oh, sometimes got no Vedana. You always got Vedana. Is Vedana tua asiswe? If it's neutral Vedana, you're not interested. You don't catch it. Right? If it's neutral, typically you will catch the big one, the painful one. Painful Vedana, unpleasant Vedana, you will recognize. Pleasant Vedana, pleasurable one, you will recognize. In between, you see them no up, not interested. You understand? But actually, every single contact point, there's a Vedana. Every single touch, every single touch point, there's a Vedana. Either memorable or forgettable. But they all have Vedana. Okay? Every single contact, two things. Vedana, Sanya, for sure. Every single touch point, contact, has to have Sanya, has to have Vedana. Okay? For sure. So earlier on, if you look, mindfulness, body, feeling, what's the third one? Mind, the condition of the mind. Why is it so important to recognize the condition of the mind? Because you need to, my belief, that's why I said I offer this as a view, as my assessment, my conclusion. I believe the third one is to train you to recognize the state. So the role of this third training, is it all training ma? Is the body to hold mindfulness, train the mindfulness to look at body in a wise way. Anicca, anatta, dukkha, it will fade, it will rot. This is the nature to reduce your craving, right? This is the training. Then Vedana. Vedana comes and go, conditional reason. Nothing permanent. Or rising, falling. Don't hold. What's the third one? has to be Sanya. Sanya Shankara. But it's the one that is, the way that he said, recognize raga as raga mind. The presence of raga, call it raga mind. The absence of raga, lust. The absence of lust, a mind without lust. The presence of dosa, anger, hatred. A mind has hatred. The absence of hatred with the dosa. See that? It's to recognize what's there. Why do you need to do that? Why do you have to keep recognizing? Because when it comes to the Dhamma, the last one, they are all mental states. All of them. From the Nivaranas, to the Bhujangas, to the aggregates, the Khandas, to the sense bases, they are all about the mind, about the clinging in the mind. Okay? So when it comes to the Dhamma, it's the clinging in the mind. All the conditions for holding and clinging. Recognize it, recognize it. You don't recognize, you can't let go. You're overwhelmed. You recognize, that is your choice whether or not to put down. We don't even recognize, so we get overwhelmed. But by the training, you learn to recognize. As I said, when you recognize it, you have a choice. Should I put it down? You have wisdom, you will put it down. You got no wisdom, carry it, 25 kilo, 30 kilo, 35 kilo, 2 bag, yeah? 2 luggage, 2 bags. Okay? And we carry more and more and more bags. Based on what? Feeling, perception, Shankara. Do you understand? Okay? So now we are waiting for Sanya. You see, the regular average Putujana mind seeks stimulation. They like to trigger strong pleasant, and they run very far from strong pain. All the shades of pleasant, they want. All the shades of unpleasant, they don't want. Done. Oh, okay. Okay? That's the regular mind. So the regular mind has a certain anxiety about no strong positive stimulation. Any of you have got young kids at home? How they must constantly keep their mind occupied with the next game, the next movie, the next play. All those things. Yes, sometimes we also like that, but we already not so much. But the younger ones, TikTok, right? Seriously, 5 seconds. How many seconds? 10 seconds. Okay, some number of seconds. That's the generation we're going into. Cannot stabilize one. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, bored. Okay, that's the TikTok generation. Now, so the regular mind needs constant feeding of pleasure. You don't feed it with pleasure, what happens? Bored. Neutral fun or not? Then what happens? Look at Kikong, When you have nothing to do, what do? Find things to do. Okay? Go to the fridge. Look for the smart device. Find a victim, willing victim, so you can talk their ears off. Right? So the regular mind, we are not even talking about the super restless age of the young. We're talking about our age, us. Already, when nothing is stimulating the mind, you feel bored. So neutral, good or not? Not so good, so boring, Then, so I know that's your question. Then the other one is the other one that I'm interested in. The other one, when there is no pain, they have present moment. Okay? When you're in your present moment, just watching this breathing. You're a practitioner, just watching that breathing. Nice or not? Nice. There's no strong joy there. That's actually neutral. How can you just cut like that? Or walking, just walking. Nice or not? Nice. You find pleasure in nothing. But it's true, right? No, when I first read it, I was interesting. That is reflected on it. Yeah, he's right. As you become more and more practice, better and better practice, you have less and less need for stimulation. Right? Yes. So you have less and less need for stimulation. Every little thing is okay. Nice. Oh. So we all can go prison when you're okay. Okay, I can go prison, no problem. Pull out a piece of paper. Everyone ready? Okay, now the challenge, the challenge. Okay, 12 pictures. I will flash 12 pictures at you. I will count to 3 and flip. 3 counts only. 1, 2, flip. 1, 2, flip. The third count I will flip. In these 3 counts, you write down what you see. Okay? I don't need elegant writing. You don't print the writing. You just say, I don't care. Okay, everyone? I repeat, I repeat, 1, 2, flip. So you only have 2 to the count of 3 to catch what is there and write it down. Okay? So kakin tampo, Ready? Are we ready? Yes. Okay. If you miss the photo, miss the picture, ignore, keep going. Okay? Enough space to write? Okay, let's go. Okay. Question first. No, wait, don't. Hello, I'm not going to park your paper. My question, did you catch the picture? Did you write it down? Some of you couldn't. But did you catch the picture? The part that you caught the picture. You caught it, right? That's Sanya. The part of you that caught and know what it is, that's Sanya. Okay? I don't need to explain already, Okay? Now you know what it is, Okay. Go back to the old one. Actually, it would be fun to know what you wrote. Yes. No, it would be fun. What's the first one? C. What else? Who else wrote what? If you had not been to the sea, would you be able to recognize it? Therefore, Sanya sits on memory. Very good. This is what you need to learn, okay? I'm going through this so that you have a little bit more about Sanya, okay? And that Sanya, okay, I've been to the sea, I remember the beach, so that one looks like the beach, the sea, who wrote sunshine? 不要笑人家嘞，可能是 sunshine 吗？ No, it doesn't matter. That was what you saw. You have in your mind an answer, right? That answer is Sanya. That is what Sanya is doing. Yes. Now you must have Dhamma Sanya. Don't want to have secular Sanya, okay? No secular Sanya anymore. Increasingly Dhamma Sanya. For the first time recognizing Sanya. First time? First time recognizing what Sanya is. Scary, Or condition. Now I ask you, conditional arising, where's the self? So you want to understand anatta, you have to understand the aggregates totally, to see the conditional arising of every single aggregate. Oh, wonderful. Any other question? I love your question. The second one, what did you write? Forest. Anything else? Trees. Anything else? Clean. Green. Oh, green. Wonderful. Anything else? See? Now, this is the easy one. My first few slides, non-controversial. Let's go to the next one. What's the third one? Oh, a stack of stone. So you just call it stone. Anybody say Zen? Anybody say mindfulness? Too long the word. Yeah. Anything else? Okay, fourth one. We're going to the controversial one. The spiral. Stained glass, right? Stained window. Anything else? Imagine how fast was the click and you caught it based on your own experience. Sanya works in split second. I conducted this experiment many times, so I know I could make you right. Because if I don't make you right, you have nothing to do. Your Sanya will go crazy. But when I make you right, you are very busy. I must write, I must see, I must write, I must see. The Sanya has only one thing to do: recognize. So I've learned not to do it without writing. I know when you're doing it, some of you grumbling away. Yeah. So fast, cannot. Okay? Remember the old man? Yes. What did you all write? Sick, old. Okay, I tell you one story, okay? No, not story. They tell you something about yourself. If you look at your answers for all of them, and you find that your descriptions are all factual, green, forest, sea, whatever, factual. See a stone, call a stone type factual. What it means is your mind is more cautious, it doesn't leap. If you find that all of them are feelings expression, I have one case where everything she wrote, beautiful, ugly, beautiful. So her mind, right, has only ugly and beautiful, okay? Then there is another one who is very poetic, very poetic. Fun, joy, love. It's a dog bouncing, joy. So it shows you that she is very much into emotion. So take a look at your own. Is yours all very factual? Call a spade? So boring lah. Call a spade lah, right? Any colorful ones? Any poet here? Okay, so that old man, the two that I want you all to tell me the answer. One is the old man, the other one is the field of flowers. What did you write? Poppy. Oh, how many poppies are there? The well-traveled ones. The ones who know history will call it poppy. But you feel no pain. If you were a European, you see that, you will feel sadness. Right? You're better than some of Singaporean fellas. Flower, orange, red. Then the rest of us is flowers. Okay? The old man, what did you write? Suffering? Sickness? What else? Anyone write dead? Dying. Dying is jumping already. So your Sanya is still Sanya, but it jumped. So you may have the kind of habit to conclude, to judge, to jump. Okay? It tells you a little bit about your own habits. Fun, right? Okay.